What a great day to be alive, gentlemen.
Oh, no,
Well,
we're not
Piers-
talking Tottenham. We're not talking Spurs.
Piers, before we start with Tottenham, I want to say, I mean, you've obviously, clearly, always been a massive fan of Mikel Arteta. You must be thrilled
Absolutely.
at the job he's doing.
I'm very, very glad that my motivational critiques early in his tenure were listened to, acted on, and we're now reaping the benefit of my tweeting.
In all seriousness, I was really interested to see, Piers, how they reacted to the defeat against Manchester City, because it could have gone one of two ways, but it's certainly gone the way with great victories at Villa, Leicester, and indeed last night, the way the Arsenal supporters are wanted.
Yes, fantastic. And I think that Adrian Durham's going to be in for a very long and miserable couple of months, because there are only 13 games to go. We're 5 points clear now, same number of games as City. We can afford to lose away at City now if we have to, and still win the league at a canter. And I think that what I loved about last night, Thierry Henry said, we'll see the mettle of this team after we lost against City at home. We'll see the mettle of this team as to how they come back. We could not have come back in a more emphatic manner. And last night, against a team who beat us, remember, quite recently at Everton, I thought first half, very competitive, very tough. Second half, we completely demolished them. And what I love about it is, if you look at that Arsenal team now, my argument for the last 20 years, or let's say 18 years, has been that there were so many weak links in the team. You'd see Arsenal go out against the bigger clubs, Chelsea, United, City, whatever, Liverpool, and you would just think we had maybe 4 weaknesses in that 11 that were starting. I don't see any weaknesses in that Arsenal team now. I just see a mixture of youth and experience, of players who've got the right attitude now, of players. I think the signings that were made in the close season of bringing Saliba back has been transformative at the back with Gabriel, getting Gabriel Jesus. All right, he's been injured, but imagine what it'd be like when he's back now. For the run-in will be fantastic. And for me, potentially, along with Saka and Odegaard, the player of the season for us, maybe the player of the season in the Premier League, Zinchenko.
He's a good player.
Pep Guardiola said he was surplus requirements. Zinchenko's, I mean, his heat map last night, I saw it in one of the papers today, it's absolutely insane. Yeah. That guy was supposed to be left back last night. He was everywhere. So I think that...
You've not even mentioned Martinelli either. You've not mentioned him yet.
But this is the point. I mean, and then you get to Partey, enormously important in the middle when he came on last night. Fantastic. Xhaka, again, turned himself around from a player who was booed off the pitch at Arsenal to now becoming one of our key players. So I just look at it, and I remember the teams, the Wenger title-winning teams, all 3 of them, and there wasn't a weakness on the pitch, and I feel that again. That's why I'm excited about the chances of winning the league. We're not getting overexcited. We know we're up against City, who've got this amazingly deep squad, but I think City are not as strong this season as they have been in recent seasons. And I think we are as strong as we've been since 2004.
Well, I might as well join in right now in this Arsenal love-in, because when you're talking about Wenger's team, the spine of Wenger's team with the goalkeeper and 2 really solid centre-backs, you've mentioned everybody there effectively, apart from the 2 centre-backs and the goalie, who I think have been outstanding. The 2 centre-backs, for the first time in a long time, they've got a little bit about them, and I mean they're not scared to mix it.
Yeah, well, I did say Saliba and Gabriel. I mean, I think they've been fantastic, and I think I think Ramsdale in goal has been fantastic. And we haven't even mentioned, actually, crucially, the 2 new signings in January. Trossard and Jorginho have been, I think, excellent signings, because they are clearly Premier League ready, which is always great when you've got a run in like this, and they're ready to go. Every time I've watched them play, I've thought these guys are really up for it, and they've just given us deeper squad depth, and I think that's what you need. We're going to get some knocks, some injuries. Partey went out, and that could have been disastrous. Actually, Jorginho's been great while Partey was out. So I think this has been, credit to Arteta, and I'll say it again. It's only a year ago, I think the majority, by that I mean more than 50%, the majority of Arsenal fans, I think, would have been happy to see Arteta pack his bags. He'd gone 2 full league seasons, losing 13 games a league season. That is not what an Arsenal manager should be doing. He was no better, frankly, than either Wenger in the last few years or his successor. And I think that right now, you look at Arteta, you think in 1 year, he's gone from a rookie who didn't have the support of the majority of the Arsenal fan base to someone that I think every Arsenal fan in the world now thinks is a proper, serious, world-class manager.
Piers, let me hear, because the screen's gone massive about Adrian. Let's hear what Adrian had to say. I think he thinks Arsenal have been a touch lucky lately.
The definition of luck is something that goes in your favour that you don't control. It's a wonderful thing. We all love a bit of luck now and then. Arsenal are having a huge amount of it just lately. And get this list, right? There was no Casemiro when they faced Man United. Caicedo and McAllister didn't play when the Gunners went to Brighton. Diaz was injured for Liverpool first half at the Emirates. No Kulusevski for the North London derby at home. No Maddison when they went to Leicester at the weekend. In injury time at Villa, an Arsenal shot hits the bar and goes in off the keeper, whereas a Villa shot hits the bar, goes away to safety. No Bentancur when they went to Spurs. Paulinho will be suspended for Fulham when they meet a week on Sunday. And tonight is just that little bit too soon for Calvert-Lewin to return. Little things make big points. The joke's over now. No team deserves this much luck. It's ridiculous.
You can only beat what's in front of you. Adrian, calm down, Piers. What about that?
Well, he comes from my wind-up class, and he's an excellent member of the wind-up class. But the truth is, we haven't had, for example, Gabriel Jesus this year, right? So we lost arguably our most influential player, certainly the most experienced winner in the team. He's not been there for months on end. We lost Partey at a crucial moment, and we could have whined about that. So I think we've had some bad luck as well as good luck. And you ride your luck on these things. But that's not what the story of Arsenal is. The story of Arsenal is you now have a young manager who's got that team absolutely up and pumping. I've never seen the Emirates as loud and noisy and universal in its support for a team or a manager than it is right now. The media, I think, are loving the way Arsenal are playing. This is the way that Arsenal fans, we got spoiled. Under Wenger in the first 8 years, we got spoiled watching this kind of quality of football. I think this is the best quality of football and the best squad of players we've had since the Invincible days. And that is exciting. Now, are we going to win the league? Well, we'll wait and see. But there are only 13 games left. And we have our next 4 games in particular, I think, are relatively easy. I say that, with caution, because you don't take any game lightly. But the next 4 games are relatively easy. If City were to trip up and we go 8 points clear, well,
it's over.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Yeah, Piers, nice one. Thank you for your time this morning. Piers Morgan, big Arsenal fan. Don't miss Piers Uncensored, Monday through Thursday from 8 p.m. and that's only on talkTV. Watch talkTV on Sky 522, Virgin 606, Preview 237, or download the talkTV app.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.